In a quiet corner of an old park, where bare trees creak and cold wind sweeps through empty paths, there's a stone bench, old, worn, and seemingly forgotten. But every winter afternoon, an old man named Henry sits there, holding a small bunch of wild daisies. People often wonder why he comes to this bench every day, in the middle of the cold, but they don't know. The bench holds a special memory for him, a memory of love and of Clara. When Henry was 17, he was a shy, quiet boy. He often sat alone, lost in his thoughts. As snowflakes drifted around him, one snowy afternoon, as he sat on that same bench, a girl appeared. She was wearing a yellow scarf, her hair flying in the wind, and her laughter was bright and warm, even in the cold. "Is this bench warm enough to share?" she asked, her eyes sparkling. Her name was Clara, and from that moment on, Henry's world would never be the same. They sat together, talking about everything and nothing at all, and each time they met, the winter seemed to grow a little warmer. They met every afternoon at the bench. Clara would tell Henry about her dreams, her love for nature, and how much she hated the snow but loved the smell of pine. Henry found himself falling for her laughter, for her kindness, and for the way she saw the world. One winter evening, as the snowflakes danced around them, Henry turned to her and took her hand. With a nervous smile, he asked, "If winter isn't so bad anymore, would you marry me?" And with a smile that could melt the coldest of winters, Clara said yes. They lived a simple life, without riches or children, but their love was everything they needed. Clara had a special fondness for wild daisies. She would often say, "They're not fancy, but they survive everything, like us." And every winter, they would return to the bench, talking about their days and holding hands through the cold. But as time passed, Clara grew ill. The love they shared remained strong, but the inevitable was coming. Clara passed away on a cold winter's day. Before she left, she whispered to Henry, "If one day snow falls and you don't feel cold, that's me, coming to sit beside you." Henry promised her he would wait, no matter how long it took. From that day on, Henry returned to the bench every winter. Day after day, he brought daisies, told Clara stories, and waited. No matter how his body weakened, his heart remained strong with love for her. 17 winters passed, and every year, Henry kept his promise. He sat at the bench, waiting, remembering the love that had once filled that space. But as the years went by, the park grew emptier, and fewer people remembered the old man on the bench. Then, on the 18th winter, Henry sat there once again. The snow fell softly around him, and this time it was different. Henry's eyes closed, and he smiled. He was no longer there, but it seemed as though his spirit lingered, still waiting for Clara. A few days later, people found Henry's body still seated on the bench, a bunch of wild daisies clutched in his hand. On a piece of paper in his coat pocket, they found a note worn with time. "Clara, my love, if today you call me through the wind, I won't hesitate anymore." The city placed a small plaque on the bench in their honor, in loving memory of Henry and Clara. Love never truly dies. One snowy afternoon, a young boy walked by with his mother. He stopped and pointed at the bench. "Mom, Why are those two old people smiling at each other? No one else sees them. The mother glanced around, but there was no one, only the bench, the daisies, and the soft snow falling silently, as if in answer to his question. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this story. I hope it touched your heart the way it touched mine. Love, no matter how many years pass, never truly fades. It stays with us, in our memories, in the quiet moments, in the things that once meant everything. If this story moved you, please share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you feel about Henry and Clara's journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who might need a little warmth in their heart today. Until next time, take care, and remember, love always finds its way.